Hi everyone. A few weeks ago I had a delivery of Nespresso accessories, didn't I? And this View Cube came in with it. And I said that what I'd do in one video was just put it side by side with the Pure Rock dispenser here, because although you can see things on the Nespresso website, it's sometimes difficult to really visualise them, isn't it? And that's where boutiques come in handy. You can go into a boutique and you can just see them in front of you and make a decision as to which one you prefer. But at the minute, it's tough to do that with a lot of them being shut. So I thought it'd be handy for you to just see them side by side and maybe explain a few of the differences between them, how many capsules they hold, and just compare them a little bit in case you're wondering if you're trying to decide between these dispensers here, the Pure Rock and the View Cube. There's also a limited edition View Cube at the minute with a mirrored glass section on the back. Both priced at £22, I think it is. Yeah, £22. So, what do I like about them? Well, this is the one that I use the most. I like it's called the Pure Rock dispenser. I think it's Big Rock Design or something like that. The designer who makes them or designed it. I like it. It spins, it tilts, it holds 60 original capsules or 28 Vertuo capsules. But if you were good at Tetris as a kid, you might, I don't know how many you could fit in. Probably fit a few more in. I just think it's a really nice design. I've said on a few videos about this that when I first saw it on the website, I thought it might have looked a little bit tacky. I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it. It's made of I think it's called PMMA. And it's basically, when I looked that up on Google, it did mention Plexiglass again. This one here, the View Cube, that's Plexiglass. And this one, I think this is Plexiglass as well. So it's like a toughened plastic. Very little chance of you breaking it. And I just think, yeah, like I say, it spins. I really like it. I think that one's 27 if I remember right. So 27 or 29. I think 27. But I got 20% off it because you get to a stage where you become a certain membership level and you get 20% off. So let's move over to the View Cube a little bit then. So this one's £22. It lifts the lid on the top. Obviously you can see right through this one, which you can't with the Pure Rock. It's sort of, you at the bottom, you see it's like, well, you can see through at the bottom, can't you, there? But this, I can't think of a word right now, but it's just, that's not clear, is it? So you can't see fully through it, but you can see from the top. Whereas the View Cube, you can see right through it. It's a nice design. One thing I really did want to point out though on both, because I get really, my wife says that I get really finicky about things, and I can be a bit OCD. When something starts to annoy me, it does annoy me. And I think when I've got used to like going in at the Pure Rock dispenser and just sticking my hand in and grabbing a capsule, when you get used to that, it did start to bug me a bit having to even just lift the lid. And it doesn't have any feet on it, the View Cube. So when you go to do it, you've got to do it with two hands or else it's just sliding everywhere. Unless you rest it against the back like that, and then it can work. But it doesn't have any feet, whereas this one does have feet. It's got that little dots of rubber, whatever it is, on the bottom, glue. So it stops it moving around, and I quite like that. Just means it's easier to handle. And another thing that came up in the comments a week or so ago, someone was asking me about this View Cube, and they said that they use a glass cube at home, and does it squeak when you're like messing around with the capsules? And the answer is it does occasionally, but I don't know if you can really hear that now. I'll be quiet for a minute. So you can hear the occasional little squeak, but it's nothing noticeable really, and it's not a problem. But they've said when you use just a glass one, that can really start to annoy you, all the little squeaks coming out of it. The measurements of this, I think it was it 12.8 by 12.8 by 12.5 centimetres. And this one's obviously a little bit bigger, that's why it fits more capsules in. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Possibly another thing to mention might be fingerprints. The fact that this one does have more of a matte finish to it doesn't show up fingerprints quite as much. Whereas with this one, it can. I just actually cleaned it a little bit before we did it, but you can see there's a few little marks there. It does show up fingerprints, but it's all about design as well, isn't it? Because if you like the design on this one, like a lot of people do, sometimes design over functionality is what people want, and I understand that. And it is cheaper. Like I said, £22, £27. Which do I prefer? If this one had some discreet little feet, I'd probably, well, I don't know. I prefer that one. I like to just be able to dive in, get my capsule, and away we go. I don't really want to even have to lift the lid. But that's not to say I don't like it. I do think it's a nice bit of kit. I think it used to come free when you got your first welcome pack when you bought your machine. I don't know if that still exists. I'll have to check that offer out again. I got the display case when I got mine, where it opens up and you can see all your capsules inside, and it's got like a graph of all the different capsules that come with it. But I'm babbling on a bit now. I just like it. I do like it. I like them both. My preferred one is this one. But the question is really, what's your preferred one? Or do you think there's some other kind of dispenser I should be having a look at and reviewing? Because I've only used these two to date, but I have looked at like the sleeves dispensers, the Vertuo. What's your favourite out of the lot? Why? And I'll try and include a little poll in the video so you can just give a quick vote if you don't have time to comment. I'll do that above now. But if you do have time to comment, please feel free to let us know, and it will just help other people out, won't it? But thank you for watching the video. Enjoy the rest of what's left of your weekend. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And just really bye for now. And I hope it's been helpful. See you later.